You know, recently, when President Ford died, there was a lot of revisionist discussion about his pardoning of Richard Nixon. And in most cases, both Democrats and Republicans got on the talk shows and said, well, as it turned out, it was a great unifier for the country at a time the country was very divided, chaos. And I think it's really quite the opposite, that when you have a precedent set like that, and you have somebody, George Tenet, acknowledging in his book that he knew that the administration was deceiving the American people into a situation that is murdering young men and women from this country and others, that George Tenet and Dick Cheney and Condoleezza Rice and George Bush et al. Should be in fucking jail. George Tenet, this is, you know, we talk about whistleblower protections, these kinds of things. When you know, people do not, the American people are under the misconception that the oath is sworn to the President of the United States. It's to the Constitution of the United States.
That's right. Yeah.
And they are in violation of the Constitution.
So you have a...
But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The big, the wealthy, the real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land, and they own all the big all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers, people who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs, and now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
What is this big thing that everybody's searching for when it comes to being an artist or becoming a superstar? Like, what part of it is it that everybody enjoys so much? Of course, in the spotlight, it's a lot of more things that, you know, that actually come in the equation that you don't really focus on. Like, you know, your privacy is completely thrown out the window. You don't get time to spend with your family as much as you would like to. You know, it's definitely a lot of work. People think that it's really simple and easy. You don't have a life, really. Even a vacation is no longer a vacation. When you go out to a club, you're actually working. Because while everybody's partying, dancing, you taking pictures, signing autographs. And when you sleep, you're dreaming about figuring out ways of how to advance. You know, so like, you never get a free moment for yourself.
I'm tired. I'm really, really tired of the manipulation. I'm tired of how the press is manipulating everything overnight. They call me a freak. They call me a homosexual. They call me a child molester. They said I try to bleach my skin. They made everything to turn the public against me.
They murdered my brother, and they know who they are. It's not just Dr. Murray, I promise you that. It's more people involved, and they know exactly who they are, and I'm going to let you guys know exactly what's happening and what's going on.
When I get there, I go to the trial. From there, we go back to Neverland. And he asked me to come upstairs, and he grabbed me and started crying, said, please don't leave me. They're trying to kill me. And I said, when's the last time you ate? They said, no, they'll poison me. I said, well, when's the last time you drank water?
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. But now I can put it into that sentence that I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane.
You know, in Hollywood and in the industry and the stuff we do, there's a lot of like insider secrets to keeping your career going, and a lot of insider secrets to making things tick. And I feel like a fraud. The sexiest thing in the entire world is being really smart and being thoughtful and being generous. Everything else is crap, I promise you. It's just crap that people try to sell to you to make you feel like less. So don't buy it. Be smart, be thoughtful, and be generous.
It's too much money here. I mean, nobody should be hitting lotto for $36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic, that's just real. That is just stupid. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1,000,000 billion and then there's people starving. There's no way. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants. I mean, why have 52 rooms and you know there's somebody with no room? It just don't make sense to me. They don't. And then these people celebrate Christmas. They got big trees, huge trees, all the little trimmings. Everybody got gifts, and then somebody's starving. That's not fair to me.
Is that a gang sign? Have you, oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is. I have no idea. You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know. We don't know. All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? Like, for years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on.
Radio, fuck you! Y'all don't want to lose again. A lot of people here tonight felt like they lost. You know why? Because y'all been lied to. Google lied to you. Facebook lied to you. Radio lied to you. Now fuck the people that work at radio. Because these is real people that gotta feed their kids. And they not being allowed to play that real shit. Because they think that in order to feed their kids, they gotta play the same shit over and over and over. Obama couldn't make America great because he couldn't be him to be who he was. Black men have been slaves. Obama wasn't allowed to do this. Yeah! And still win. He had to be perfect. But being perfect don't always change shit, bro. Being perfect don't always change shit, bro. I am putting my career, my life, my public well-standing at risk when I talk to y'all like this. This is a moment in the matrix, bro. The vibes is back. The vibes is back. Motherfuckers might feel a way about this tonight. We are all great people. We are all equal. But sometimes we be playing the politics too much and forgetting who we are. Just to win. Fuck winning. Fuck looking cool. Fuck looking cool. Fuck being cool. Fuck all that, bruh. I've been sent here to give y'all my truth, even at the risk of my own life, even at the risk of my own success, my own career. I've been sent here to give y'all the truth. It's a new world, Hillary Clinton. It's a new world. Feelings matter. Because guess what? everybody in middle America felt away, and they showed you how they felt. Feelings matter, bruh. It's a new world. It's a new world, Barack. It's a new world, Jay-Z.
So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood? What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
Some of us are against the Illuminati. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote.
I have had to make decisions like, why am I unhappy? Okay, Stephanie Gaga hybrid person, why are you unhappy? Why is it that you want to quit music a couple years ago? I was like, well, I really don't like selling these, fragrances, perfumes. I don't like wasting my time spending days just shaking people's hands and smiling and taking selfies. It feels shallow to my existence. I have a lot more to offer than my image. I don't like being used to make people money. I feel sad when I'm overworked and that I've just become a money-making machine and that my passion and my creativity take a back seat. That makes me unhappy. So what did I do? I started to say, no, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I'm not taking that picture. I'm not going to that event. I'm not standing by that because that's not what I stand for. And slowly but surely, I remembered who I am. In times of chaos and crisis, what we all tend to do, right, is start pointing fingers at where we think the bad guys are, where the evil is. We all start arguing. Everybody has different opinions about that. Please do not forget that hatred or evil, whatever you want to call it, it's intelligent, it's smart, and it's invisible. It doesn't have a color. It doesn't have a race. It doesn't have a religion. It has no politics. It's an invisible snake that while it is planning to make its attack, it is thinking to itself, I am going to divide my enemy into smaller, less strong groups, and then I'm going to make them hate each other so that it's easier to take them down. And as we're all yelling at each other, trying to figure out which group it is that's causing the problem, evil's winning.